drop you off downtown, that is absolutely fine. And you will just find your shuttle right here. This is our tram station to the left. You can see the cables. It goes all the way up to Mount Robbins, which is about 1,800 feet. One of the steepest trams in the U.S. There's a little restaurant up there. It's pretty cute. The shuttle should be free for you guys. So here's some shopping as we go down into downtown Juneau. These are all shops made for you guys. Great presents, things like that. If you look further down, you'll see the Red Dog Saloon, and that is kind of where historic Juneau downtown starts. And as you go further back there, that is where you find more. So the Red Dog Saloon actually is an awesome place. They claim to have Wyatt Earp's gun, so you can go check that out. And it's also old style Western. So they have the swinging doors. I'm pretty sure you can throw peanuts on the floor. Job here. I think it's about 50% of jobs are for the capital. The second goes to tourism, and then third is fishing and hunting. So right now we are on what we call the road. There is only one road, pretty much, main road in Juneau, which we are on. It's called Egan or Thames or Highway 7, but really it's just a stretch of about 47 miles because there are no roads leading into or out of Juneau. Because we are just surrounded by ice fields. So you'll see that going to the glacier, we're surrounded by those all over, so there's just no way anyone can build roads. So the only ways to get into Juneau are the ways you guys did it, by ship or by plane. That includes any products coming in or out. And so that's why we just call this a road. It's the one main road. And at both ends, there's just a sign that says end. That's it. We actually have 4 miles of hiking trails, about 150 to 200 miles of hiking trails versus the 47, 48 miles of road.
Is the cost of living here really high?
What's that?
Is the cost of living here really high?
It is. It's much higher. I'm not sure the exact percentage, but it is quite high. Not only because the space, but also there's no, the only way to get it or get anything is like I said, the ship or the plane.
Thank you.
I would say it's comparable to California. I know even gas is comparable. It's about $3.70 here. So it's not insanely higher, but it is high. Especially if you're from the Midwest like I am. So if you look across the way, that's Douglas Island. Douglas Island used to be separate from Juneau at one point, but now they've become a borough. They still like to think that they are their own, but they're attached to us now. So we just came out of downtown. We're heading into the valley, and after that it'll be pretty close to the glacier. I think there's about 2,000 residents, 2,000 to 3,000 on Douglas Island, another 3,000 to 4,000 downtown, and the remaining is going to be in the valley and out the road. Now, if you're living out the road, there's no electricity, there's nothing like that. People are really living the rough, not rough, but the true Alaskan lifestyle. There's pretty cool houses out there. On this stretch of road, you tend to see a lot of wildlife, especially bald eagles. And I'll keep a lookout on these light poles. They usually like to hang out. And this, I think right above here is where my passengers saw their bear. So keep a lookout, you never know. One might just be hanging around. Now, is Juneau your guys' first stop of your ship? Yeah. It is? Okay, awesome. Well, welcome. And where are you going next? Is that Skagway? Yeah. Maybe? Yeah, okay. I don't know if you guys know much of the history of Juneau, but we actually didn't start off as the capital. Sitka was the capital of Alaska, and that's a little down south. But, and I'll kind of get into why Juneau was moved, but Juneau started because of gold. The mayor of Sitka, his name was George Pills, knew there was going to be gold in the land all around him, so he sent out message to anybody who would listen of, hey, if you know where gold is, let me know. And Chief Howie of the Tlingit tribe, because that's the major tribe around here, is the Tlingit, sent word back saying, hey, yeah, I can take you to gold. So he sent out two miners by the name of Richard Harris and Joe Juneau. They came up here, and instead of following Chief Howie, they decided to sell their mining equipment and drink. That's what they did up here for the first however many months. They came back empty-handed, and George Pill said, no, I know there's gold up there, so go back. So he sent them back up again, and they finally listened, and Chief Howie took them to the valley, but this area right here is actually known as Lemon Creek. There's one creek up here, and they call it Lemon Creek because it's the only, oh actually I'm going to point out, there's a bald eagle to our right. It kind of looks like a golf ball, it's white, that's right on the ground to your right. There's one flying as well. So cool. They love this area right here. They just love to hang out, especially like I said, the light poles. It's probably a terrible term, but people from Juneau just call them Juneau pigeons because they really are everywhere. You see them all the time. They're actually, I don't know if you've been up close to an eagle, but they're incredibly huge. They're about 3 to 4 feet high, and their wingspan actually pretty much spreads the width of this bus. It's about 8.5 feet. To our right as well, we have the remains of our Walmart. We had a Walmart for a little while, but it just didn't work out. It was a Kmart first, and then the Walmart, and it just didn't work. No one wanted to go there. So we don't have a Walmart here in Juneau. We do have a Costco, which is the smallest Costco in the world, I guess. And we have a Fred Meyer, which will pass up here. So that is really the only form of shopping we have. We have a Nugget Mall, but it's just a few small stores. That starts popping up. We're like, okay, bears will be here soon, because the bears, that's the first thing that bears eat before they eat anything else. Because before they go to hibernate, bears will eat sticks and rocks just to plug everything up so they can sleep for however many months they need to sleep. And the skunk cabbage is a natural laxative, so they eat it to clean everything out. That way they can start eating, you know, berries, whatever else. Salmon when that comes in about June or July. So we always get excited to see that skunk cabbage coming. We know what's next. Don't recommend eating it. We had a guy last year eat some and he was out for a good 3 or 4 days. Because it really is a natural laxative. Exactly. So even if you see it in the glacier, just leave it alone. Sure, there are better things you can eat. Up to our left coming is the only fast food we have here. We have a Subway, but I don't count it because this is the only drive-through fast food, which is McDonald's. I know, woo, McDonald's. I love this story. So this McDonald's was the first in 1980. It was the first one open in Southeast Alaska. So first fast food in this area ever, because Skagway, again, you can't drive over there. So he heard about the McDonald's opening and he was like, heck yeah, I want burgers and I'm going to get a burger for every single person in my town. So he took the only thing he could, which was the medical helicopter, and flew over here to McDonald's, ordered 200 or 300 cheeseburgers, and flew them back. So everyone likes to call it the Big Mac medevac, which is funny. He has a medical helicopter. So that also broke the record, but because of that, that McDonald's sold out of everything that day. They say even the ketchup packets, there was nothing. But because they weren't prepared, and because, again, we can't just drive and go fill it up, it took about 2 weeks to get a barge to bring everything out, and are willing to do anything. And people still do it. I have a friend that lives in Skagway, and anytime he's here, he will buy probably 4 or 5 bags of cheeseburgers for him and his buddies and fly it back. Because this is maybe 30, 40